Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle David KAHN, je suis le copropriétaire et le président de Paris Basketball. Bravo! Not for me, and pardon mon anglais, but just 2 nights ago, we were all here, Paris Basketball. We beat Monaco. Nous avons gagné. We are now 2-0. And demain, nous jouons à Monaco pour le 3e match. So, let's be serious now. Paris Basketball is doing very, very well. On the court, off the court. For example, Tuesday night, sold out, complete, many stars, celebrities sitting courtside. The energy in the room, fantastic. Here's the bad news. Unless the French governance and system fundamentally changes in the next coming months and years, we have, unfortunately, what's called a low ceiling. That's a high ceiling. But unless there's change in the French system, we have a low ceiling. The reason is the absence of television, media, digital rights sold by the leagues to be distributed to the clubs. It is a fundamental part of any professional sports league in America. And I should say, it's a fundamental part of the Premier League, which proves that it's not just an American thing, that other countries and other parts of Europe have figured out how to affect change and how to implement a business model that works for all of the clubs. I will say it very bluntly right now. We are getting killed by the LMB and the EuroLeague. The LMB because it has unsuccessfully made a plan to grow media rights. Think about this. Next year, the NBA will start an 11-year package of rights with 3 broadcasters. ESPN, which is owned by Disney, NBC, which is owned by Comcast Universal, and Amazon, one of the most powerful entities in the world. The NBA will make $76 billion over 11 years. In other words, approximately $7 billion per year, and almost all of that money gets distributed to the clubs. Meaning that in America, in the NBA, clubs can make money from tickets, as Paris Basketball does, VIP hospitality, as Paris Basketball does, partnerships, as Paris Basketball does, merchandise, as Paris Basketball does, but media rights, which Paris Basketball does not. Kills us. Absolutely kills us. I have no doubt that Paris basketball will be here in 40 years. No doubt. 50 years, 60 years. Paris basketball is now a fundamental part, a cornerstone of the Parisian sports and entertainment scene. However, I have no idea of the health of Paris basketball in the next 40 years until there is disruptive change amongst the leaders of sports within France, within the league, and I should also say the situation is not much better with the EuroLeague. We'd like to be in the EuroLeague, but it's because there's nowhere else to be. It's why the NBA has been examining, exploring if there's a way to participate in European basketball. Because the media rights sad story that I just told for the LMB is not much happier in European basketball in the EuroLeague. This makes no sense. Think about it. This makes no sense. How can it be that the NBA can figure out a business model that produces $76 billion over 11 years, and European basketball produces, in effect, zero? It's not about the product. Almost every game that I attend, and I attend every game here, I have a customer or a ticket buyer come up to me and say, I've been to many NBA games in America, this was better. More intense, more fun, moves faster, more intimate, better. How can it be that a product that many NBA lovers love just as much, if not more, can't put together a coherent strategy to sell media rights? It's incomprehensible. And that's why the NBA has been interested in exploring this. It's incomprehensible to them too. Can you imagine in New York City, in your meeting that the NBA would be having just sold their rights for $76 billion, and they find out that the rights in Europe are basically zero? They would look at themselves and say, this shouldn't be hard. Now, in fairness, it is hard. There's 27 countries in Europe. That doesn't help. Different rules, different regulations, different taxation systems. Doesn't help. There are different forms of ownership. Associations like Real Madrid, Barcelona. Owners like Paris basketball. Oligarchs like Monaco. There are different types of owners throughout all of Europe. It's not helpful. But it should not be an impediment, preventative from fundamental change. So, I'm sorry for delivering today's bad news, although I have good news. Paris basketball is ahead 2-0 in the series. But I was here a year ago, and I said probably almost not word for word, but I probably gave the same speech last year. It is time for professional sports in France to undertake significant change and reform. Otherwise, professional sports will continue to limp along, dragging its leg behind it, while the rest of the world passes us by. It's a very sad thing. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.